methods to generate coordinate systems in AutoCAD. Okay, now this is nothing but horizontal line. Okay, now this is the vertical line. Now nothing but this one is the x-axis, again this is the y-axis. Just coordinate system is nothing but axis representation. Just you can represent one origin point. Now this is the origin, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. Only xy means only 2D space. Again you can add the third one also, z-axis, x, y, z. Now this is with respect to 3D workspace. Again this is with respect to 2D workspace. Okay. Now how to generate this one? Now see here. Just this is my drawing paper. Okay, designing area. Drawing paper, designing area. Now in this designing area we can generate coordinate system icons. Okay, coordinate system icons. Now we have two types of, again we have two methods. One is the WCS, one is the UCS. WCS and UCS. WCS means world coordinate system. World coordinate system. UCS means user coordinate system. Okay, now world coordinate system and user coordinate system. World coordinate system means default coordinate system present in the software. WC is nothing but default coordinate system present in the software. It's always taking lower left corner of the page. It's always taking lower left corner of the drawing page. Okay. Next, UCS means user coordinate system. User coordinate system. I am one of the user of the user of the software. With respect to my requirement, I am going to design coordinate system in any location. Just I am going to design coordinate system in any location. Again you can change the, now currently this is the x and y direction. Okay. Again I am going to generate one coordinate system. Now this is the y direction. Again this is the x direction. Depend upon the requirement. You can change the. Depend upon the requirement, we can change x and y also. Okay. That means user coordinate system. That means user defined coordinate system. With respect to the requirement, we can define the coordinate systems. Again, now currently these are the UCS, user coordinate system. Again I am going to select the WCS. What happened? Just I am going to select the WCS. What happened? It's taking lower left corner of the page. Okay. Just write down this two, WCS and UCS. Again the command. World coordinate system shortcut is WCS. Again user coordinate system command is UCS. Okay. Now see here, opening page of the software. Now this is our default one is the WCS. Now this is nothing but red line is nothing but x-axis. Again this is the y-axis. Again this is the default UCS. Nothing but WCS. What is the current one? WCS. Okay. Now it's always taking lower limit. Lower limit is 0, 0. That's why it's taking 0, 0. Now again how to change your coordinate system? Just I am going to enter command as a UCS enter. Then specify the user defined location. That means required location. Select the origin point. Then you can specify the x direction, any direction. You can specify the x direction. This is my x direction. Again this is my y direction. Okay. Again I am going to select WCS. What happened? Left corner, lower left corner. Okay. Then again enter command as a UCS. Then again this, now this is my origin point. Now this is my x direction, this is my y direction. Okay. Then again I am going to set it to WCS. Okay. WCS means world coordinate system, that is the fixed coordinate system, default coordinate system. Now horizontal always x direction, horizontal always x axis, and vertical always y axis. Okay. Then again this is the command method and how to generate icon by using enter command as a UCS, or another option is the select. WCS means world coordinate system. Again you can select this one means UCS. Okay. Then again changes to WCS. Two methods. Again, where is the tool option? Go to tools, new UCS. Now the first one is the old coordinate system. Again, 3 point is nothing but UCS. 3 point is nothing but origin, first point, x direction point, y direction point. Same thing. Just write down the path for this one. Tools, new UCS. Now this UCS is important for 3D designs. Tools. No, just write down the path for opening. How to open the UCS? How to set the coordinate system? One is the command method. UCS center. Okay, just first write down. UCS center. Just command UCS center. Command. Just write down in this format. First write down the command. Command is UCS. For every command, for every tool, just you can write down in this format. This is the enter symbol. Command UCS center. Next, specify the origin point. Next, specify the x direction. Next point, specify the y direction. Now we can select how many points: origin point, x direction point, y direction point. So UCS also known as a 3 point. UCS also known as 3 point UCS, 3 point coordinate system. Okay, that is the process. That is the UCS setting, UCS process. Then after creation of UCS is complete. Then again you can select the WCS. What happened? Again you can select WCS. What happened? Again the coordinate system, the current coordinate system changes to WCS. Okay, just simple. Select WCS. Okay. Then next one. Again, where is the tools? In which location the tools are present in the software? In which location the tools present? In the software? Just for that purpose, tools is the one of the pull down menu bar. In these tools, select new UCS. Okay. Now see here. Tools is one of the pull down menu bar. In this pull down menu bar, select the new UCS. What are the different types? Again, all are the different types of coordinate system. But you can select old, or one more one is the 3 point. Okay, just write. Later I will explain remaining things also. Okay. First you can write down old coordinate system and 3 point. Choose any one of them as per the requirement. Okay. 3 point also known as user coordinate system. That is the user coordinate system. Next one, write down classification of coordinate systems. Classification of coordinate systems. Classification of coordinate system. Coordinate system. Classification of coordinate systems. Classification of coordinate systems. Now just write down coordinate systems classified into 2 types. Coordinate systems classified into two types. Coordinate systems classified into two types. First one is the coordinate systems classified into two types. First one is the absolute coordinate system. Just wait. Cartesian coordinate system. First one is the Cartesian coordinate system. Second one is the polar coordinate system. Polar coordinate system. Polar coordinate system. Second one, polar coordinate system. First one is the Cartesian coordinate system. Second one is the polar coordinate system. Next, again in brackets, Cartesian means x comma y, polar means r comma theta. Polar means r comma theta in brackets. This side of the that one again you can write down Cartesian means x comma y, polar means r comma theta. Okay, now see here. Just assume graph paper. Okay, just you can assume the graph paper. Now I am going to design this line. Now length of the line equal to 10. Now I am going to design this line on graph paper. Now this is the line design. For that purpose I am going to choose line command. Okay, just I am going to choose the line command. Now classification of coordinate system, Cartesian and polar coordinate system. Cartesian means x comma y, x comma y. X is nothing but horizontal distance, y is nothing but vertical distance with respect to origin. That means you can design anything by using two linear values. You can design any type of design. You can design anything by using two linear values, nothing but horizontal distance, vertical distance. Now I am going to choose L for line. Now I am going to specify the first point 3, 3. My first point is directly you can assume first point is a 3, you can choose any point 10, 10 anything. Okay. Now I am going to assume first point is 3, 3. First point is 3, 3. Again, what is the next x value and y value? Now this is the 3, 3. Now what is the next point? 13, 3. Now see here. Just I am going to design one line here. First I am going to specify L enter, then I am going to specify value. First point value is the 3, 3. Next one is the 13, 3. Now while designing this line, I am going to use two linear values, x value, y value. Again same thing, x value, y value. That means I am going to use here linear values, nothing but 3 units in x direction, again 3 units in y direction. Then again next 13 units in x direction, 3 units in y direction. Now this is nothing but Cartesian coordinate system of design. Next I am going to design same thing by using r comma theta. R is the linear value, theta is the angular value. Now by using Cartesian means you can design anything by using two linear values. By defining two linear values, nothing but horizontal value and vertical. Now again I am going to design same line by using one linear value and one angular value. Now see, now this 10 is nothing but linear value, 10 is nothing but linear value. Again you can see the direction. Now this is the 0 degrees, 90, 180, this is the 270. Same thing. Now this is the what type of design? Line. For that purpose I am going to select command as a L enter, L enter. In the same format I am going to choose start point is the 3 comma 10. First point, starting point is your interest. Then I am going to define next point by using one linear value and one angular value. Okay. Now this is nothing but command at the rate r less than theta. At the rate r less than theta. Now what is the direction of line? Now in this direction. What is the direction? 0 degrees. So start point is your interest. You can select any type of point. Okay. Then I am going to specify the next point by using one linear value and one angular value. For this example, two linear values x comma y. For this example, one linear and one angular. Now this type of design is nothing but polar coordinate system of designing. Again this is nothing but Cartesian coordinate system of design. Okay, just start on this. Cartesian coordinate system classified into two types. First one is the absolute Cartesian coordinate system. Second one is the relative Cartesian coordinate system. Okay. Absolute command is simple x comma y. Relative command is at the rate x comma y. At the rate x comma y. Now see here. Now I am going to design one room. Now I am going to design one simple rectangular room. Now dimensions is 4 by 5. 5 by 4. Now I am going to design this room and the room dimensions is 5 by 4 by using absolute Cartesian coordinate system. And again my assumption is now starting point of the design line equal to 10 comma 10. Starting point of the design equal to 10 comma 10. Okay. Now I am going to start from this point. I am going to start from lower left corner. Nothing but you can choose any point. But I am going to start from my requirement. Now my interest is I am going to start from this point. You can choose any point. Just write an absolute Cartesian coordinate system definition. Definition of the absolute Cartesian coordinate system. We can define every point in the design. Definition of the absolute Cartesian coordinate system. We can define every point in the design. With respect to origin. Okay, with respect to origin. Okay now see here. Now anyway my start point is your assumption. Now my requirement is 10 comma 10. Again your requirement is 20 comma 20, 25 comma 30, 30 comma 35, any point. Now my requirement is 10 comma 10. What is the process? First L enter. Just wait. L enter. Specify the first point 10 comma 10. Now with respect to origin, now 10 comma 10 is nothing but x value and y value. So first 10 comma 10. Okay. Next 5 by 4 means 5 units length, 4 units breadth. Okay, 5 by 4. Length equal to 5, width equal to 4. Now again I am going to design. First I am going to design this line. What is the horizontal distance and vertical distance? Horizontal 5, vertical equal to 0 for this line. X equal to 5, y equal to 0. Now what is meant by absolute? Absolute means we can define every point in the design with respect to origin. Now this is the 10 comma 10. Okay, just you can add these two values with respect to previous point. Now this is the 15 comma 10. 10 plus 5, 10 plus 0. Why 10 plus 5? We can define every point with respect to origin. From this point, from origin, first point is x units y direction, y units 10 units y direction. Again I am going to define second point. Now I am going to define second point. For this point purpose, I am going to enter 15 comma 10. 15 comma 10 is nothing but with respect to origin. So this one is okay. Okay. Then next, what is the relation? x0 y equal to 4. Again same thing. Just you can add the values to. Now this is nothing but 15, 14. Okay. 15 plus 0, 10 plus 4. 10 plus 4. Again next one. In this direction. What is the direction? Now see here. Positive x direction, positive y direction, negative x direction, negative y direction. Positive x, positive y, negative x and negative y. Now this is the positive x, this is the positive y, and this is the negative x. How many units? Same 5 units. What is the relation? X equal to 5, y equal to 0. And my designing direction is in this direction. My design direction is negative x direction. For that purpose I am going to enter 10 comma 14. 10 comma 14. That means 15 comma 15 minus 5, 14 minus 0. 15 minus 5, 14 minus 0. Y means subtract. Y subtracting here negative direction. Then again I am going to apply 10 comma 10, or otherwise close option, C enter, or otherwise C enter. Okay. First 10 comma 10 enter, next 15 comma 10, next 15 comma 14, next 10 comma 14, then C. Okay. C enter or 10 comma 10 enter. Okay. Now 10 comma 10 enter, 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 enter symbol. Okay. Now we can design this one. Just wait. First see here. Now my process. After opening the page, first L enter. What is the first point? My assumption 10 comma 10. 10 comma 10 point. Next, just see here. I am going to enter x and y value. What is the command? X value, x comma y. X means horizontal, y means vertical. Now you can see next point is 15 comma, just 15 comma 10. Okay. Next one. What is the next point? 15 comma 14. Next one 10 comma 14. Next one. Now see here. The line command having two internal commands. The line command having two internal commands. One is the close, another one is the undo. Undo means backward step. Okay. Just undo. What happened? Again undo. What happened? Backward step. Again I am going to specify 15 comma 14. Again 10 comma 14. Then again we have one more internal command. One more internal command. What is the internal command? Close. C enter. Just you can close the path. Okay. That is about the result. Just start. What happened here? We can define every point with respect to origin. That is the absolute coordinate system. Just start. Relative coordinate system. Relative coordinate system. Relative coordinate system. Relative coordinate system. Same example, relative coordinate system. Relative coordinate system. Just write on the definition. We can define a point in the design. 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 We can define a point in the design with respect to previous point. With respect to previous point. We can define a point in the design with respect to previous point. With respect to previous point. Absolute means all points with respect to origin. Relative means you can define a point with respect to previous point, and the command is at the rate x comma y, at the rate x comma y. Command is at the rate x comma y. Command at the rate x comma y. Okay, now see here, same start point 10 comma 10, same thing, same design, room 5 by 4 room, by using start point 10 comma 10, by using start point 10 comma 10, same thing, L enter, specify the first point 10 comma 10, first point is, so any method first point is same, L enter, specify the first point 10 comma 10, first point is 10 comma 10. Next, what is the x and y values for this line? 5 comma 0. So I am going to enter 5 comma 0. Okay, now see here, this is the 5 comma 0 at the rate 5 comma 0. Now in previous example 15 comma 10, 15 comma 10, why means we can define a point with respect to origin. For this example we can define this point by using previous point, by using previous point. What is the relation present between these two endpoints? X equal to 5, y equal to x equal to 5, y equal to 0. That's why I am going to enter at the rate 5 comma 0, 5 comma 0. Next, this one, what is the relation? 0 comma 4. Simply you can enter at the rate 4. Okay. Next, what is the direction? Negative x direction. Direction is the negative x. For that purpose, at the rate minus 5 comma 0, minus 5 comma 0. What is the relation? x5, y equal to 0, but the direction is negative direction. For that purpose I am going to enter minus 5 comma 0. Then you can apply close option, or we can apply 10 comma 10, or otherwise at the rate 0 comma minus 4, downward direction. You can enter C option, or otherwise 10 comma 10, or otherwise at the rate 0 comma minus 4, anyone. Just add it. At the rate 5 comma 0. Next, at the rate 0 comma 4, at the rate minus 5 comma 10 comma 10, enter. This one enter, enter. Then close, or 10 comma 10, or at the rate 0 comma minus 4, anyone. That is the process. Now see here, same L enter, L enter, first point is, anyway first point is same thing, 10 comma 10. Next, at the rate 5 comma 0. Next, at the rate 0 comma 4 with respect to previous point, at the rate minus 5 comma 0. Then you can apply C for close, enter. Okay, that's it, simple. Again one more time, I'll enter, start point is 10 comma 10. Next, at the rate 5 comma 0. Next, at the rate 0 comma 4, at the rate minus 5 comma 0. Then C for close, enter. That's it. Okay, just add it. Next one is the polar coordinate system. Polar coordinate system. Next one is the polar coordinate system of designing. Polar coordinate system of designing. Polar coordinate system of designing. Polar means, now Cartesian means two linear values. Polar means one linear and one angular value. One linear and one angular value. What is the command? At the rate r less than theta. At the rate r less than theta. Again, what is the direction? 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees. Okay. Now see here. Now again same example. Okay, same example. Now see here. First one is the 10 comma 10. Again, what is the direction next? What is the direction? Exactly 0 degrees. 0 or 360. Both are same. Why? At the rate r less than theta. Why less than? Why less than? We can design anything. The design must and should be less than 360 degrees. Okay? We can design anything. The angle must and should be less than 360. 0 also equal to 360. 0 also equal to 360. For that purpose, at the rate r less than theta. Less than theta. 360 also equal to 0 degrees. So first I am going to enter. What is the distance between them? R value 5. At the rate 5 less than 0 degrees or 5 less than 360. Then next one 4 less than 90. Now this is the direction. See here, direction. Now direction. Then again in this direction. At the rate 5 less than 180. Again no minus. Why means you can specify direction. Now next one is the close option, or otherwise at the rate 4 less than 270. Or you can enter 10 comma 10 point, anything. Okay. Now see here. This one is at the rate 5 less than 0 or at the rate 5 less than 360, 4 less than 90, 5 less than 180. You can apply close option, or otherwise 4 less than 270. Okay, just write down this. Just write. You can design anything. You can design anything by defining one linear value and angular value. You can design anything. You can define any point or anything. You can define anything. You can design anything. You can define one linear value and angular value. You can define. You can define one linear value and one angular value. One linear value and one angular value. One linear value and one angular value. Okay. Now see here. How to delete the designs? How to delete the entire designs in the display? Control A. Select all. Control A. Shortcut is the Control A. Select all. Delete. Again Control Z is the undo. Or otherwise drag selection. Drag entire designs. Delete. Okay. Now same thing. L enter. Start point is anyway same. 10 comma 10. Next at the rate 5 less than 0 degrees or 360 anything. Next 4 less than 90 degrees. Next 5 less than 180. Next we can apply the last one, close option, simply. Okay, again say one more time. L enter. 10 comma 10 start point. Next one at the rate 5 less than, now this time you can enter 360. Okay, next at the rate 4 less than 90. Next at the rate 5 less than 180 degrees. Then you can apply close. Okay, that is the polar coordinate system of design. Okay, that's it. Just I am closing here.